Hey y'all, welcome to Horrible Gaming. My name is Nora, and on today's video we are playing some Disney Dreamlight Valley. On today's video we will be creating two different cafe builds, and the first one is going to be a cozy coffee shop. As we get started today, I'd appreciate if you'd hit that like, subscribe, and notify button if you want to see more content like this in the future. It really does help me out. So for my coffee shop, I'm going to be doing a lot of the Frozen collection for this build just because it really complements all the wallpapers that I'm using in today's speed build. I really wanted to go for a different approach with this build actually today, but I just don't have enough items. So today I will be making use of both the Frozen collection and the Beauty and the Beast collection in this build. My goal for this build today is to have a dedicated area where you would order your coffee, so I want a small little kitchen spot, but I also want to do a really nice sitting area in front of the fireplace and also have several little dining areas throughout the room too. I will also be using the bookshelf over here. I forget what this item is called. I'm pretty sure it's called Royal Bookcase, but we'll be using this as a divider near the kitchen and also as a detail by the fireplace too. And since we're going for a coffee shop sort of vibe, I figured I would go ahead and also use the Monsters Inc. coffee machine that we just got with the recent update. I think this is such a great item, but my only con about it is the fact that it takes 4 tiles to place. Sadly, I did not have any good options for this to be placed on besides a crate, but I still think this item matches the color palette of the room really nicely anyways. Now that I got pretty much my main layout done for this build, we're going to go ahead and start figuring out my sitting areas, and we're also going to start detailing around the kitchen. So for today's build, I was trying to do a little sitting area in front of the kitchen counters, but since I didn't have a nice amount of stools to choose from, I ended up removing these, but if you do like them, I think that they match the chairs really nicely. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and continue working on the layout of this room and of course adding some details too. For the counters of our coffee shop, I'm going to keep it pretty simple by using a phone on one end, and then I'm going to decorate with the espresso machines and also some recipes that I cook. Once I also place some tables down, we will be decorating those with food and also some coffee cups too. I tried to keep the food decor in theme with the coffee shop, so we're going to be using cookies, beignets, and also some biscuits. I really wish we had a shop display case, kind of like what you see in Animal Crossing. I think it would be so awesome to have an item like that that displays like different desserts and stuff. It would be great for builds like we're doing today, so hopefully we'll see something like that added in the future. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and continue adding details to our build today, and then eventually we'll do a final walkthrough of how this first build turned out. After a few more final details, here is how our first build for today's speed build turned out. I think our coffee shop has a lot of great warm colors, and I hope it brought you some inspiration. And now that our coffee shop is finished, it's time to move on to our last idea for today's speed build. For this last build idea, we're going to be going for a retro seafood kind of restaurant. I'm going to be keeping the color theme in here modern and super clean, so we're going to be using white with pops of brown and blue. For the divider of the room, I'm going to be using an item that I purchased in the premium shop, and it goes with the Buzz Lightyear collection. I'm not sure exactly what this item is called, but it works really nicely if you're needing a modern partition. And to also add a really nice pop of color and to blend out these partitions a little bit better, we're going to be placing an aquarium to kind of add more to the coastal vibe of the room. Next, I'll go ahead and continue detailing our kitchen and of course adding some more decor throughout the room too. So for the kitchen that we're working on currently, I didn't have any better options to choose for a stove besides this blue one, but I do think the blue one works pretty well since there is a dark blue color in the cushions of the chairs that I'm using. For the kitchen counters, I'm using this from the Ratatouille collection as I thought it matched the coastal vibe really well, and I didn't really have any other options that I could use to match the color scheme of this room. I do feel like though with the flooring and the counter choice, this added such a nice retro vibe to the coastal kitchen that we're working on. For the next stage of the build, I'm going to go ahead and continue working on the kitchen layout, and then we're going to go ahead and add some details to the walls and floors of our cafe. And now to finish off our cafe, we're going to be using some food items on all of the tables, and then I also added this really nice light item that you get from the Toy Story collection on the wall too. Not only did this, I think, suit the retro theme that I'm going for, but it added such a nice pop of illumination in the build too. Anyways, after a few more final details, here's how our seafood cafe turned out in today's speed build. I hope that both cafe ideas brought you some Disney Dreamlight Valley inspiration. I was also testing a new video style in today's speed build too, so let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section below if y'all prefer speed builds looking like this in the future, or if you prefer me talking for the whole entire time. I thought it was really fun to try a new style out today, so this feedback really would mean a lot and help me plan out future content too. A video style like this too will also help me post more videos throughout the week as well, so that's another thing that I wanted to mention too. Before today's video also ends, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my channel members. Thank you so much for your support. Your support means the absolute world to me. With that being said, thank you so much for watching and have a horrible day.